Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back in the building. Q Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
My guy Indigo. Hey guys, you can catch me on Gentleman Crypto. You can catch me on Benzinga. Information for the times is below in the description, right down there. What's up, guys? So, I wanted to get back into this big data thing, and it seems like Elon and Dag are really showing us that big data, Web3, and who's in control of the data, right? Who has access to the data. That seems to be a very important topic moving forward. And Elon and Dag are going to really provide us with the method and show us that there's a need there. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
Elon's been trying to buy Twitter, right? If you just take a look at this Guardian headline here, Twitter set to comply with Elon Musk's demand for data on fake accounts. Okay, so it's been a hold up on Elon's purchase of Twitter because he doesn't want all the fake accounts. Now, why are fake accounts a problem? Why can't someone have a little burner account, right? That's not the type of fake account we're talking about. We're talking about bots, okay? We're talking about botted accounts that influence people, that drive people to do things. And the reason why it's a problem because if I want to put an ad, say on Twitter, right? I want to know that my ad's going to reach, more than. I just want to know that my ad's going to reach more than just, 30% of what you say your people are. Because guess what? If I'm putting an ad on here and 70% by some people's standards, more on that later, 70% of the traffic is bots, then I'm going to give you 70% less money because of the freaking bots, all right? Because my traffic's only going to see 30% of the people. That's why it's a huge problem, all right? Beyond the other thing that bots also drive influence. More on that later. But let's come over here and look at a post that Elon made down here. It'll make it really kind of clear for you. They said I couldn't buy Twitter. They wouldn't come. They wouldn't disclose bot info. More on that later. Bot info. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter in court. Now they have to disclose bot info in court. Okay, simple, right? Everything that we're talking about. Because there may be 70% bots on Twitter. Now, let's flash backwards to Dag here. So, Dag, they're doing so they have a launch pad, right? And they have a launch pad with a company called Alchemy. They launched them on Dag's network, the Lattice Exchange, which I'm really high on that. Their own little DeFi exchange on top of Dag, which is a layer zero solution like Polkadot. Layers zeros just make it easier for you to be multi-chain. Seems like Dag wants to be the multi-chain for the government because they have government military contracts. But to our point here, Alchemy, they want to change. They want to change advertising, And remember how I told you, advertising the bots lowers the money for advertising. There are a couple different companies like that. Alchemy's one. Veracity, a Blackrue favorite, is another one that does that. Veracity makes sure it gets rid of bots by having proof of view technology. And they even have their own Twitch. But right now, that's giving you your background, right? So, proof of view technology with Veracity is technology that ensures that a bot cannot kind of sign on. A bot can't get onto this type of platform because they have a proof of view technology. And they're even having their own Twitch called Vera Esports, where they're teamed with Tencent, and they work with Valorant, the game Valorant, and run Valorant tournaments. So with that, they can ensure they have 100% customers, 100% viewers, because they automatically just reject the bots with this technology they have. Now listen to what this guy says right here. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see a whole bunch of tells. If you're a person like me who just like knows kind of tells like that, this guy shifts in his seat at one point. This guy scratches his head at one point, and this guy like pushes his hair back at one point. He's not supposed to really tell all of this, that stuff that he's telling, but it shows you people in the know, they know that there are bots on Twitter influencing this algorithm. Because I know when I was explaining this to Aaron on Benzinga, like I don't know if you guys saw my Benzinga show this week, it kind of didn't land, and I wanted to make sure that this information very much landed. Now, this is the thing we call the algorithm. They don't refer to it to what it is, they just call it the algorithm. But what it really is all our data points crunched and smushed together to give us things that influence and market to us. For example, I like sports. They put Miles Bridges info over here for me to click on trending. They also put WWE info over here trending because I like wrestling, or I used to like wrestling. So I click on a lot of old wrestling stuff, Bret Hart, The Rock, Nasty Boys, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, stuff like that. But they've cured the algorithm for me because they know this is what I click on. They also cure the algorithm and put stuff over there that they want to influence me to do politically as well. So you're going to see that he also touches on that. He also touches on that it also influences you politically. And I'm going to stop him when he says certain things like that. So it shows, like, everybody wants to say that this is fringe, that this big data is used for sort of not, like, I'm not going to say sketchy, but it's used for other purposes other than marketing. Because we're capitalists in America, right? Everybody understands the marketing. But what everybody doesn't want to admit is the political influencing, is the like what we want you to like influencing. That is also part of it. So listen to what this guy says here. Now understand, this guy's asking him basically, where we're coming in on this conversation, this guy's asking him to explain alchemy and what alchemy does.
What does that actually do? Why not do it centralized? And what exists now?
Okay, sorry, I want to make sure it's up, the volume. Okay. Why is it decentralized? What does it do now? So, here we go.
Okay, so, and I'm a little rusty here because I'm already in my mind with the next project that we're incubating right now. So apologies for that. But just in the broad strokes. So why would somebody do that? Basically, the message of alchemy, advertisement is broken. And right now, advertisement is being gobbled up by big pools, namely Google and Facebook. And they're basically, reinforcing, so to speak.
Google and Facebook, he said. Advertisement is broken, is being gobbled up by big pools, Google and Facebook. Google and Facebook, okay? And this guy shifts in his seat, very uncomfortable, because he's about to expose him. he didn't know, like, he doesn't think he should be saying Google and Facebook because they're two of the biggest powers in the world. You don't want to get them pissed off at you. If you're a company, you don't want that. But here we go.
Narrative around, basically more ads and you're being targeted, blah, blah, blah. There's cookies that track you, blah, blah, blah. And basically there's a lot of ad spend that advertisements or publishers have. They estimate that about, I think it's more than 70% of the ad spend actually just disappears in a black hole. So it's hugely inefficient and there's a lot of fraud going on because their systems are hugely intransparent. So the bidding process itself is not really...
So there's a lot in what he just said right there. And we're listening at 1.5 times speed, so that's part of it. Hugely inefficient. There's fraud. About over 70% goes into a black hole. That black hole is bots. And he even says the word bots later. So get this. Advertisement is broken. 70% of it disappears in a black hole. There's fraud. It's Google and Facebook. We go back. This is not Blackrue saying this. This is the guy from Dag, Constellation, who has government contracts, has a letter of support from the Department of Defense. These are guys who are they're in the know. They're down at ASU, Fireside Chat. These guys are in the know. This is not just little old Blackrue from wherever the hell I'm at saying this. This is these guys. This is Elon Musk saying bot info. So let's go on.
Okay, so
I just went back so y'all can get the whole cumulative thing together.
And I'm a little rusty here because I'm already in my mind with the next project that we're incubating right now. So apologies for that. But just in the broad strokes. So why would somebody do that? Basically, the message of alchemy, advertisement is broken. And right now, advertisement is being gobbled up by big pools, namely Google and Facebook. And they're basically, reinforcing, so to speak, a narrative around, basically more ads and you're being targeted, blah, blah, blah. There's cookies that track you, blah, blah, blah. And basically there's a lot of ad spend that advertisers or publishers have. They estimate that about, I think it's more than 70% of the ad spend actually just disappears in a black hole. So it's hugely inefficient and there's a lot of fraud going on because their systems are hugely intransparent. So the bidding process itself is not really clear because there's no insight from external auditors or something. So it's kind of like you don't know. So, and if you've ever done business on Facebook as an advertiser, you will quickly see why that is. But when you're getting all the hits of people with weird names that you did not target in your description and that are clearly bots, you're kind of knowing where I'm getting here with this. So basically it's broken and it has produced some of this.
See, that's how he shit to his hair. You're getting advertisements from people who are clearly bots because of their names and all of this other jazz, right? So he said it. Over 70%, you're being targeted. Now watch, he gets into how it kind of affects people politically, not even just talking about ads.
Societal frameworks and results we're seeing now playing out in the world with, all the disparagement and the bipolarity, but that's a whole other topic. But basically, the message is it's broken.
The societal framework and how things are playing out, where it's bipolar and disparaging. It gets into societal things. What is he saying? He's trying to be as careful as he can be. God bless the man. He's trying to be careful. Basically, what he's saying is, okay, everything that you think's happening as a society, and you're thinking all these people are jumping on this one bandwagon. It's not true. It's these 70% of these bots who are directing this, who are targeting you, and not forcing you, but coercing you because they have all your data points and they know how you think, they know how you operate. They're coercing you and leveraging your information to get you to believe one thing. So this is but when we think of it from a high level, if I'm a manager and I'm trying to purchase ads and I know that this is happening and I know 70% of the traffic there is bots, I'm not going to pay as much. I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to pay for 100% of what you say is on your network when Willie is 30. I'm not going to do it. But he's bringing up the other topics too. Let's go right back and then I'll try not to stop it again, but he's given so many great points. Let's do right here.
Gobbled up by big pools, namely Google and Facebook, and they're basically, reinforcing, so to speak, a narrative around, basically more ads and you're being targeted, blah, blah, blah. There's cookies that track you, blah, blah, blah. And basically there's a lot of ad spend that advertisers or publishers have. They estimate that I think it's more than 70% of the ad spend actually just disappears in a black hole. So it's hugely inefficient, and there's a lot of fraud going on because their systems are hugely intransparent. So the bidding process itself is not really clear because there's no insight from external auditors or something. So it's kind of like you don't know. So, and if you've ever done business on Facebook as an advertiser, you will quickly see why that is. But when you're getting all the hits of people with weird names that you did not target in your description and that are clearly bots, you're kind of knowing where I'm getting here with this. So basically it's broken, and it has produced some of the societal frameworks and results we're seeing now playing out in the world with all the disparagement and the bipolarity, but that's a whole other topic. But basically the message is it's broken, and putting it on a blockchain makes it audible and transparent. And Alchemy came up with a real cool idea around liquidity pools, and I can't go into the details right now, but basically their tagline is something for nothing. So they can actually pay, they are scooping up low price ads, and they're able to pay publishers to not show the ad, which is a flip on the entire business model. And that's possible because they incentivize a liquidity pool by the community through token holders,
So Alchemy's actually paying publishers not to show certain ads, which is pretty interesting. But this is my point on big data. Advertisements broken. We don't know who is out there on these Twitter sites or on YouTube. He said his example was Facebook and Twitter. No, I'm sorry, Facebook and Google. So we're getting all of these bots out here, and they're messing up. Not only, he said, they're influencing societal frameworks using his language. That's one thing. But also, if I'm a big guy who's wanting to advertise, I'm not paying for 70% fakeness. I'm not. If 100% of your traffic and 70% of it is not real, I'm not only paying for 30, which is why, again, Elon's saying, give me the bot info, because I'm not paying for 100% of what you say is on your network when really it's only 30. We're only paying for 30 because that's the only real traffic on your network. Pretty crazy. But things like veracity, things like the graph, things like Alchemy, they're trying to fix that problem. They're trying to get a big old handle on the data. That is a very important thing. Is the data real? Okay. Now, if the data is real, now we can parse it with things like the graph. Now we can actually get something from it. Okay? So this is a very, very important topic. And things like the graph, veracity, Alchemy, Filecoin, Armweave, they can fix this stuff. So this is why I think this is going to be a big, big, big topic coming up here with the metaverse, Web3, and everything that's happening for the Bitcoin happening 5/4/24. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with these bots being out here? Do you think Alchemy and Veracity can be some tools that might get rid of it? Do you believe in the future of this big data and these Web3 projects like the Graph, like Arweave, like Filecoin? Let me know. What's your favorite Web3 project and what does it tackle? Yeah, let me know these things, guys. Check out some of my past videos over here.